Hi, this is Dr. Barron, and welcome to From a Nurse to a Nurse. So, our goal here is simple. We want to provide nurses the motivation and tips they need at every stage of the journey, from pre nursing to nursing students to those working actively in the clinical setting and those in academia. So, let's get into it. The tip for today is primarily for those who are new to the academic setting. So if you are transitioning from the clinical setting to academia, or if you have recently received a promotion or received a promotion in the past, and this is a new semester for you and you are in the classroom, this is for you as well. What I want to focus on today is something that you can do for your first day of class. So my first day of class is tomorrow for one of my courses, even though I've been in academia since August of 2017. Even with that, each new orientation day, I have this feeling of nervousness. So just know it is to be expected. However, you can do some things to help decrease that nervousness. Something I love to do is to plan out my day or to plan out my content. And so I've planned out my orientation for tomorrow. Now, I only have 50 minutes for this particular course. My other class is a 2-hour course, so that tends to be a little bit longer. However, for either the case, whatever the case may be, whether it is a short course or a longer course in duration of class time, you can still plan out your orientation or whatever the class topic may be. But for the beginning of the semester, it's orientation tomorrow. So that's what I did. I wrote myself some notes, so I encourage you to do the same. Something that I tend to do for my longer classes is I will write down the total amount of time and what I plan to do and the time that I anticipate to do it. But for this shorter class, I just did bullet points. I don't think it requires that extent of how long I will stay on each topic or activity. So tomorrow, this is just my plan of what I aim to do. I plan to give an introduction of who I am, as well as I will let my graduate teaching assistant give an introduction of themselves. Then we will do a get to know PowerPoint. So this is my opportunity. I'm hoping for students to break the ice, per se. So there will be a series of questions, and so if it relates to the students, they will stand up. So some of the questions may be, how many of you have a pet? If you have one pet, stand. If you have two pets, remain standing. For me, that gives them an idea of to see that they are similar. Even though they are college students, they are similar in that way. That gives them a chance to see that they are similar in other ways. So just a way to break the ice. Another thing I will do is, being that this is a smaller class, I will have them do individual intros. Now, I know this can seem overwhelming, but I will primarily ask them to say what their name is, where they're from, and what their major is, because this is a freshman class. And so I primarily work with nursing students, so I know what their major is. Their goal is to graduate the nursing program. But for my freshman students, this can serve as an icebreaker too, to know who are in the same majors as themselves. Another thing that I will do is I will go over the learning management system, especially with this being my freshman class, because they may not be familiar with the learning management system that we will use. And so I will go into detail of, where to find the syllabus, how to contact me, where to find the topical outline, where to go to submit assignments, what the grade book looks like, and all of those different things. So that will be a great thing to do during your orientation, is to give them an overview of the learning management system. And then after that, the final thing that I will do is tomorrow is just to do a small activity that relates to what the class will primarily be about. Now, something that I plan to incorporate, I went to I guess you can call it an in-service today, and several attendees mentioned playing music in their class. Now, I think I've tried this in the past, but I'll be honest. I asked Claude AI to, of course, I know the different songs that are out there, like hip hop, rap, all the different songs that are out there that I could use, but I want some songs that will relate to the different the different heart health topics that I will be covering across the semester. And so what I would like to do is, like, at the beginning of each class, just play a different song as the students are coming in, after they are, completing their attendance form. And then I want to ask them, what song is this? Do you know this song? And then I'll tell them how it connects to the lecture for today. But those are some things that I typically do during orientation, as well as something I want to try this semester. So we'll see how it goes. So if you are new to academia, or if you have been in academia and you've been promoted and you are now in the classroom, I hope you find this information helpful. Just know that it is not bad to have notes. It is not, and I even, with my notes here that I just went over with you, I will take them to the classroom tomorrow just to help me stay on track with everything that I need to cover. Now, again, if you have more of a class that is 2 to 3 hours in length, this is also helpful too. And then you can be specific to how much time you want to spend on each activity. So I hope you find this information helpful. Take from this video what you need, and I will chat with you soon. Bye.